many platforms on the radio or online. Join me, Stu Ellis, for the Farm Gate.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in this segment of the show, Jerry Johnson, Executive Director of the Decatur Area Arts Council. Good morning, Jerry. How are you today?
I'm doing great. We got through that storm and got our power back, and so everything's good.
Yeah, back and then through the 4th as well. How was your 4th? Did you have a good holiday?
It was a pleasant weekend.
That's good to hear.
That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. For sure. After those storms rolled through, having a pleasant weekend is the way to go. And Jerry, it's going to be another busy weekend. Of course, folks were probably battling power outages and those sorts of things this past weekend. But in Decatur, it gets busier because there's some things going on. We start with an Arts Council event, your gallery walk. Speak to this. When is it? What is this?
Yeah, the beginning of each month, on the first Friday of the month, we have a gallery walk where on a Friday from 5 to 7 p.m., we open our doors into our gallery. People can come down for free. This weekend on Friday the 7th from 5 to 7, we have music by a local Irish group called Broken Brogue. We'll have some light refreshments. A couple of the other galleries downtown will be open, and you can come in and check out our summer arts and culture exhibit. It's focused around Ireland. It's called Ireland, a Celtic Nation, and we've got all kinds of art and artifacts from Ireland. If you have an interest there, or if you have your family is from Ireland, you'll want to come down and check it out. There's all kinds of fun things. One of my favorite features are these stained glass windows with sort of a Celtic design in them that were originally in a local church here in Decatur, but when they remodeled, they took the windows out, but a collector took possession of those rather than see them be destroyed or whatever, and they loaned them to us. So those are a lot of fun.
How is that exhibit being taken this summer? Are you getting a good turnout? Are folks interested in that?
Yeah, we had pretty decent traffic. Our first gallery walk was at the beginning of June, and it was kind of a big hoop-de-doo. We had a bagpipe player and another local Irish band and some Irish dancers. That kicked off the whole event at our cultural opening event in early June, and had a big crowd for that. So that was a whole lot of fun. And this is not quite as big. We have some music and some refreshments, but you can still come on down for free and check out the gallery exhibit and visit with friends and hear some fun Irish music.
Very good. So check that out. That's again this Friday, correct?
Yes, from 5 to 7.
Very good.
At our Madden Arts Center, right across from Central Park in downtown Decatur.
Very good. Now that exhibit is on display until the end of the month, correct, Jerry?
That's correct, through July 26th.
Gotcha. So check it out while you can. What has been in that exhibit, Jerry? Like, what are folks what are they stopping to see? What are they liking? And what do you like? What have you seen that you've enjoyed?
Well, the windows are the most dominant feature. They go all the way to the ceiling. It took some doing to get them into the building, but they look terrific. We've got them backlit so they glow. There's also a replica of the Book of Kells, which is a famous where the Irish monks crafted these books on parchment, and it's the 4 Gospels written in very colorful and picturesque kind of technique. So those are kind of fun and very interesting. The original book is kept of course, in a church in Ireland. And then we have a small station that people can stop by, and we have a map. And if you have some idea where your people, if you have an Irish heritage are from, then you can put a pin in that county or that city of Ireland where your ancestors are from. So that's kind of fun. And along with what they often call brass rubbing, where people put a piece of paper over a metal design or a tombstone or something like that, and then color that and take that home. We have some designs that were printed out for us by a makerspace here in town, the Thinkwell Makerspace, on a 3D printer, and they're designs that you would see in the Book of Kells, and you could put paper on that and use a crayon to do a rubbing from that. So those are some fun things to do when you visit.
Very good. So check it out. It's there until July the 26th. Then just one more time, Jerry, before we move along, let's re-highlight your gallery walk, the when and where on that.
The gallery walk is this Friday, July 7th from 5 to 7 p.m. It's free. If you can't make it then, we're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30, and the gallery's open Saturday, 10 to 2.
All right, easy enough. Jerry Johnson, Executive Director of the Decatur Area Arts Council, is my guest on the phone here for this morning. Jerry, let's talk about another big event this weekend. Of course, Lake Fest. I know it's not directly related to the Arts Council, but you're doing a little work with that as well. Highlight Lake Fest and what's going on here.
It is a celebration. Centennial Lake Fest is a celebration of the 100 years of Lake Decatur. It was dedicated in 1923, and so here we are in 2023. And the Arts Council has been involved because we've helped wrangle up artists and craftspeople to have vendor booths down there. So we've got about 35 vendor booths that'll be lined up along the sidewalk down along the lake. But in addition to that, there's all kinds of family fun. There's going to be Friday night, after you go to our First Friday Gallery Walk, you can head down to the lake and there'll be a lighted boat parade. People who have boats on the lake were invited to light them up and then cruise around a couple of the basins. That'll be around 9 o'clock. I believe that there's also a family movie showing at the Devon Amphitheater that evening. And then on Saturday, the festival itself kicks off. It goes from noon to 8. There'll be a car show. There'll be a sailboat regatta in Basin 2. Scoville Children's Museum will have a petting zoo there, and there'll be all kinds of music on a big stage down near the Beach House restaurant in the parking lot down there. So that music will go on from noon until about 7, and then on Sunday the same thing will happen, only from noon to 5 rather than noon to 8.
Easy enough. So now, how did the Arts Council kind of get involved in this, Jerry? Is this just kind of an outreach thing for you all to get your name out there? Speak to that a little bit.
Yeah, we try to be as engaged as we can in the community, and the Park District, the City of Decatur, and the Decatur Area Convention and Visitors Bureau are the ones, along with a tremendous support from the Staley Family Foundation, are the ones who are driving this event. And they contacted us because we have a really good relationship with all those organizations to help out with finding artists and craftspeople to have vendor booths down there. So that is our contribution. In addition to that, we talked with the folks at the Park District who wanted to have a mural painted on a building down at the lake during the event. So we helped them identify some artists, and that will be going on as well on Saturday and Sunday. You can wander down there and watch those guys work as they paint that mural.
That's awesome.
There's also a lot of fun things for families to do. There's bounce houses, and there'll be a bunch of equipment like big tractors and trucks and fire trucks and a helicopter and things like that. The kids can go down and climb on and touch and get to see. And then I believe they're also on Sunday at 2 p.m. they're attempting a Guinness World Record where they're having children make little boats out of recycled plastic water bottles, and they're going to launch all those boats onto the lake, and that will break the record for the most little boats to be launched at the same time. So that's going to
be kind of interesting to watch, I think.
Yeah,
definitely. Jerry, is this an annual event in Decatur?
As far as I know, it is not intended to be an annual event this year. It is the 100th anniversary of the lake, which is why they're having the event. In 1923, there was also a major Lake Fest event to celebrate the creation of the lake, the building of the dam and the filling of the basin to create a lake. And it was quite a big deal too. So if you go to online, you can check out a lot of this information. There's a website at decaturil.gov. The City of Decatur's website has a page dedicated to the Lake Fest, or you can get on Facebook, and there's a couple of Facebook pages. If you type in Centennial Lake Fest, you'll find them. And they include a lot of the history of the lake, including that big centennial, or that initial grand opening in 1923. Johnny Weissmuller, if you recognize that name, was here. He was an Olympic swimmer who went on to be Tarzan in the movies, and he set a world record on swimming on the lake in the 500-meter that day.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't realize that. That's really cool kind of history on that then.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun history all around the lake.
That's fun. Very good. Very good. Well, Jerry, again, just remind us, Lake Fest, where do folks go for all the information? And you've run down all the activities. Where do they find all that information at?
In terms of finding a schedule of the events, maybe the best place to go is to the City of Decatur website. It's decaturil.gov/Lake Decatur 100, all one word.
Easy enough. And how do folks, I'm sorry, go ahead, Jerry.
Or they can go to Facebook and just search for Centennial Lake Fest, and a few different websites or pages should pop up, and they're full of fun information.
Easy enough. Very good. Jerry, where do folks go to learn about all things Decatur Area Arts Council?
Easiest thing to do is go to our website, decaturarts.org, or on Facebook or Instagram, we're also Decatur Arts. So you can find us anywhere on the internet by simply searching for Decatur Arts.
Very good. Jerry, let's take a time out here, my friend. Come back with some more. Jerry Johnson, Executive Director of the Decatur Area Arts Council, our guest on the phone. More to come with Jerry on The Morning Show.
WHOW.
Find out how you and your family can save up to 40% on the meat, produce, and grocery items you use every day by clicking the Clinton Save-A-Lot icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Peterson Insurance Services in Clinton is a 2014 Pekin Insurance Illinois Agency of the Year. Jay Peterson here from Peterson Insurance. Find out about Pekin's auto, home, or life insurance by clicking on our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Tune into all of WHOW's platforms on AM, FM, and streamed at IllinoisFarmRadio.com for live coverage of the DeWitt 4-H Fair featuring 4-H'ers from DeWitt, Piatt, and Macon counties, the Farmer City Junior Fair featuring junior 4-H'ers from the area, and reports from the Illinois State Fair this summer. Our coverage is brought to you by Warner Hospital and Health Services in Clinton, compassionate care close to home. Midstate Eye in Clinton, where they believe life is all about your vision. Mancy Metal in Mount Zion, your pole barn building specialists. Maroa Ag, your growing partner every step of the way. The First State Bank Hayworth branch. And Prairie Beef Association, promoting beef locally. Read all the results from judging at the DeWitt 4-H and Farmer City Junior Fairs by clicking the Fair Results icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
DeWitt County's #1 source for local news is on the air and online 24 hours a day. The latest local news stories are heard every hour on Central Illinois' news station, the Big 1520 AM and 92.3 FM WHOW. Stream live at DeWittDailyNews.com. They're also heard every hour on the station that's your easy choice, 95.9 FM WEZC. And to read the latest local news on your electronic device, including tablets, iPhones, and smartphones, go to DeWittDailyNews.com. DeWitt County's #1 source for local news is on the air, online 24 hours a day.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Jerry Johnson, Executive Director of the Decatur Area Arts Council, is my guest on the phone here for this morning. Jerry, let's highlight classes and things. I'm sure it's been a busy summer. If you don't mind, speak to how the summer has gone for classes and such here to this point.
Yeah, we've had a lot of classes for both children and adults, especially camps for kids, 3-day camps. Kids seem to really enjoy the opportunity to come down and spend several days learning and creating. I think everybody does, but especially kids. And the summertime is a perfect time to get that extended experience in. So that's been a lot of fun. And we've got a couple more classes for adults coming up before the end of the summer, and another camp for kids next week. The camp for kids next week is called Trash to Treasure, and it is where kids make artwork, and I think they're really focused on creating these whimsical little animal sculptures out of paper mache and recycled materials.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's called Trash to Treasure, is that they use recycled materials. And so that's fun. That's July 10th, 11th, and 12th from 1 to 3 p.m. in the afternoon for kids. And then we have a painting class tomorrow night that still has a little bit of room left for adults 21 and up. It is an acrylic painting class, so you can check that out from 6 to 8 p.m. Check that out on our website and sign up that way. And then the following few weeks, July 12th, on Wednesdays, 3 different Wednesdays in a row, July 12th, 19th, and 26th, we have the Irish sessions, or the Irish music sessions, at Decatur Brewworks. And Dr. Neil Smith from Millikan University, also one of the founders of a local Irish musical group called Broken Brogue, will be the instructor there, and you can learn about Irish music, Celtic music, and song, along with the various instruments that they use to create it: guitar, that Irish drum, I can't remember the name of that, and then like the Celtic whistle. I think you may actually get to keep your whistle that you learn to play as part of these sessions. And then the final session on the 26th, the entire band of Broken Brogue will be there, and all the students and the band will have the opportunity to jam there at Decatur Brewworks.
Interesting stuff. And, Jerry, that Celtic music, I just find it fascinating. I really do. The instruments, the music itself, I just find that whole kind of area of the world very, very interesting.
Right, and that's why it's so much fun. I'm with you. And there are 2 groups here in Decatur, Broken Brogue and Celtic Whistle are 2 different groups that play, and we've had them both here in our building play Celtic music, Irish music, and they seem to always draw a crowd because it's just toe-tapping and fun. And then if you're fascinated by the culture, again, you can come on down and check out our exhibit, which runs through July 26th here in the Ann Lloyd Gallery, of all things Celtic.
Very good. Any other classes or things coming up, Jerry, you want to put on the radar?
Well, and our next class would be then in August. We have our social dance series that we've been offering for the last year or so that's been picking up steam. So you can check that out. It's a 4-week session of dance classes on Thursday evenings from 7 to 8. And you can check that out on our website, get a little more information about that.
All right, very good. So put those things on the radar. Jerry Johnson, Executive Director of the Decatur Area Arts Council, is my guest on the phone here for this morning. Jerry, let's, if there's nothing else on the calendar, let's wrap things up and talk about, of course, a call for artists for the already thinking about the holiday season, and, of course, the holiday gift shop. You need some artists for that, already putting the call out. How about this?
Sure. We are again, like you said, we're putting a call out for artists who want to sell the things that they create in our holiday gift shop. I know Christmas is still quite a ways off, but artists and craftspeople who create things that they then sell for the holidays, they always plan ahead because they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to be if they're going to want to sell. So our holiday gift shop runs from November 10th through December 23rd, and you can find out more about how to qualify and how to apply on our website, decaturarts.org. But if you make, wearable art or ornaments or ceramics or woodworking or floral wreaths or whatever, may or may not be holiday themed, it certainly doesn't have to be. You can apply to be a part of our holiday gift shop, and there's a fee to participate, and we do take a small percentage of the sales, but it's a great opportunity for local artists who may not otherwise have the opportunity to go to art fairs or sell their wares or the things they create, to do just that during the holiday season.
Absolutely. Good opportunity for those individuals as well. Do you put a cap on how many artists you can take or anything like that, Jerry?
We usually don't. We often have between 40 and 50 artists with selling the things that they've created in our gallery, and it's always a lot of fun to have more. I mean, variety is the spice of life.
Absolutely. What types of things do you ask of your artists? I mean, is there stuff that's off limits in terms of, what they can sell or anything like that? I mean, I guess what's kind of the typical things you see for the annual holiday market?
Well, because it is a holiday gift shop, we often encourage artists to think about providing giftable items. That's the word we use a lot, giftable, because art in the classic sense is often not the biggest seller. If you create paintings or artistic photography or things like that, maybe that's not going to, and it's priced accordingly, because quality artwork can be a little expensive, and understandably so. But we talk about giftable items at giftable prices.
Easy enough. Easy enough. Still a few minutes, Jerry. Did I miss anything on the holiday gift shop? Anything coming up we didn't get to? What's on your radar these days?
Well, the Centennial Lake Fest is the big thing coming up this weekend, but we're also preparing for our annual Arts in Central Park, which is in September, so that's a little ways off. And we have a couple of gallery exhibits after the summer Irish exhibit in August and in September and October. So keep an eye on our website if you're looking for something interesting to check out. And of course, during every exhibit, we always have a First Friday gallery walk that is a free event in the evening on the first Friday of each month.
Jerry, as we think about getting kids back to school and those sorts of things, do you do much in the schools? Are you thinking about school programs at all? What comes to mind there?
Well, we often invite. We have several programs that involve school kids. Field trips. We invite classes to come and visit our gallery, and they spend some time in our gallery, and then they'll go upstairs to our classroom and create an art project related to what they experienced down in the gallery. Those are very popular. And then we have our performing arts series for students, where we bring in performing groups to Kirkland Fine Arts Center, and different classes from all over the area sign up, and they take a field trip to Kirkland Fine Arts Center to see a show. And we're just getting prepped up for that series. That'll probably start in September, October, November, something like that, and then go through the school year. And then this summer has been very successful because District 61 here in Decatur, School District 61, had a program where kids who were part of that district had the opportunity to get a scholarship to take a camp or a class. And we've had a lot of those kids sign up who might not have had the opportunity to take one of our classes before.
Sure. Well, Jerry, hate to do this to you. Got to let you go. Thanks for making time for us as always. Jerry Johnson, Executive Director of the Decatur Area Arts Council, our guest on the phone. Network News is now.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Ukraine claims that Russian forces occupying the Zaporizhzhia